Hey guys, what is going on? Chris here doing a recap of last night and to look ahead to today's games for December 1st. Yes, it is finally December. As normal, hope all you guys had a very good night last night in NBA. Sacramento Philly game got postponed. I'm really hopeful they're not playing tomorrow because I didn't pick anyone from there. So hopefully they don't play tomorrow, so they don't have any points on Fanduel. But yeah, with that being said, doing a recap last night and a look ahead to today's 6-game slate for Thursday, December the 1st. Yes, once again, we had a very, very good night here for our premium lineups. We had a 336 was our best, which I'll show you guys in a second. And then we scored a 320, a 317, and a 309. All four of those lineups cashed. So very good night for us. And as normal, if you guys are struggling, you guys need help with FanDuel lineups, definitely hit us up. We are on fire right now. And it's only $30. As you see, I just made $50 last night. So if you would have played, boom, you would have already made your money. So, yeah, if you're interested, definitely let Anthony and I know. You get 4 lineups per day, 2 from me and 2 from Anthony. All you have to do is just email us. We'll get you all set up. Or if you guys just need some fantasy help as well, we'll help you out as much as we can. Alrighty, let's get into this recap of last night. See here, we had, like I said, we had a 336.7. So, very good night for us. Let's get into it. So I went with Westbrook, got you 67. You had to have him in there. Another triple-double, 4th in a row. This guy is just on fire right now. Next was Rajon Rondo. I told you he's been, a very consistent player ever since he got injured about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Got you 35 points for him, so very solid night there. This was my risky lineup here. This had a lot of stars and scrubs, but it definitely turned out to be a good one. As Zach LaVine thought he'd do a little bit better against New York. Knew it was going to be a good close game, and he's been pretty consistent in the last couple games. But unfortunately, only had 19. He had 17 real points, but just didn't do anything else. Tony Allen, I picked him in there just because Conley was going to be out there. Needed a little bit extra help. Plus, he was cheap. Only got me 18, but some of the other guys that got in there definitely. He helped me get other guys in there. Butler, man, bad night, man. 31 points. Not a good night from Butler at all. I thought he'd get you at least 50 in this one. Ingram, another guy just needed a place filler, got you 21, so I'll take that from him. And then I went to Tobias Harris. He's been very hot. Boston's not good against the bigs. Got you 34, really good night from him. Another GPP, Markieff Morris. He's been terrible these last couple games, but I like this matchup against OKC. I didn't mention him in the video, because I wasn't really high on him yesterday at all. But doing a little bit more research, I decided just to play and got me 32.4. And then, man, Karl Anthony Towns definitely made this lineup 75.6. So, yeah, this guy had a heck of a night. So, yeah, as you see, a 336, $150 off it. So, definitely, I'll definitely take that. And then, as you see, Anthony scored a 320 and a 317 as well. And then my other one scored a 309. So, all 3 of them cashed. So, yeah, I hope you guys had a good night as well. All right, moving on to today's slate. We got 6 of them. So, it started off. We got Dallas and Charlotte. We got a 194 total and Charlotte by 11. Yeah, we don't really want to be targeting this one. Maybe find some really cheap guys so you can stack that Houston game. Don't really see anyone I really care for. Curry's out. Lamb. I might have picked Lamb, but he's a little injured. Maybe Nicholas Batum, but I really don't really see anyone. Harrison Barnes, I do like Harrison Barnes. He's just, a very consistent player for Dallas. So, but he's a little expensive. Dirk is out again, so don't really like Frank going up against Harrison Barnes. One guy maybe if you want to target is Andrew Bogut. I know he's not a popular play at all, but if you need somebody cheap, he's been half decent. 28, 20, 28, and 25. Doesn't seem like a lot, but 4 straight games and double-digit rebounds, playing some pretty big minutes for him. They're a little limited with all their injuries, so maybe if you want a GPP with Bogut, I don't mind it, but not my favorite play out there. But if you get you 24-25, you are definitely fine right there. So I don't really care for this game at all. Maybe some Kimball Walker at home. D. Will, not the best defender out there. So besides that, I just don't really care for this. I had a 194 total and only Charlotte by 11. So this, not going to be a good game. You don't really want to be targeting this one. So we're just going to move on from that. All right, we got Brooklyn and Milwaukee. Going to be one of the games I want to target. 216 total, Milwaukee by 4. So Brooklyn beat the Clippers the other night with no Blake Griffin. But, man, I really like this game quite a bit. A lot of cheap options in here that should get you around 20-25. And like I said, they're really cheap, and they help you get Houston and Golden State players in there. So Kilpatrick, not as cheap as he was, but, man, got to put him in there. I know he's going up against Giannis, but very good matchup for him. He's leading Brooklyn right now, 32, 27, 33, and 52. Huge minutes. I really like this. Going to be a good close game. I love me for some Sean Kilpatrick. He's going to be popular, so just remember that. If you don't want to go James Harden for some reason, I don't mind Giannis either. He won't be that well owned at all just because of Harden. He's going to get like 75% ownership. But, man, this guy's been hot as well. Really easy matchup against Brooklyn. So if you don't want to go Harden, don't mind Giannis at all. And then you got Bojan Bogdanovic. I think he had a half-decent game the last time out. He only had 21, so I'll probably stay away from him. Thought he did a little bit better than that. Michael Beasley, once in a while, has a half-decent game. 24, so some of these guys, I'm trying to find some cheap guys for you to put in so you can get in some more of those Houston and Golden State players. Trevor Booker sitting in a half-decent spot. Price is coming up a little bit, but, he's only 59. I don't mind him at all. For the most part, pretty consistent player, as you see, 41 against the Clippers. So 5,900, I'll definitely take him in there in a close game. Good matchup for him. And then another guy I don't mind, John Henson. He's been starting a lot for Milwaukee. Lopez, not the best defender out there. Henson's only $4,200, so a little bit cheaper than Bogut. As you see, ever since he got a little bit bigger minutes, 37 and 24, only had 24 against Cleveland, but they're pretty good against the center. So if you get you 26, 27, man, I really like them. Plus, centers are really not that good. I don't want to be targeting big centers tonight since you got, Curry and Harden. So Henson is a very good place filler right there. So I definitely don't mind him at all if you want to go that way. Probably be in a couple of my lineups. So, I love this game. I don't mind Brook Lopez either if you want to go expensive on your centers, but not too sure if I really want to go there. But, if you do want to go that way, he has a very good matchup against Milwaukee. So John Henson, I love him. Don't mind Parker, but I definitely go Booker over Parker. And then Giannis, if you don't want to go Harden, Sean Kilpatrick, got to have him in there. And not really too high on any of these guys down here. So, all right, we're going to move on from that. All right, next game we got is the Clippers and Cleveland Cavaliers. We got a 214 total and Cleveland by 5. So this is going to be a very, very good matchup. Maybe if you want to go GPP and not take this game, you can go the Clipper and Cleveland game. Should be just as good. Man, you got CP3, you got Kyrie Irving, very good matchup. I'd probably – I don't know who I'd give it to. But, man, both of these guys, I don't mind both of those guys at all if you want to pick them up. Not too high on the shooting guards. I guess last game, J.R. Smith, if you guys saw it on ESPN, he didn't even know he was playing. He was hugging someone on the side. Last game out, that was hilarious. And then you got small forward, you got LeBron. Price came down. I am going to attack LeBron James. Yes, I know Kevin Durant. He's very popular. But, man, LeBron's sitting in a very good spot. He is a very good pivot off Kevin Durant. Man, 9,700 for LeBron. It's getting a little cheap. I know he didn't do too well last game, but, man, it's a good matchup for him. Honestly, I might pick I'm still going to have Durant, but I probably have, some shares of LeBron in there. Then you got Griffin, you got Love. I like both of them. Kind of here with Chris Paul and Irving, kind of same thing. They cancel each other out. Both of them are both in play. So just pick and choose who you want there. Both of them should do good. And then you got DeAndre Jordan. You got some Tristan Thompson. I don't mind Thompson in this matchup. Let me go see here. DeAndre Jordan, as we know, he is a pretty good player. Clippers right there. They're, below, they're pretty good against centers. But as you see that last 5, though, they're at 50.1. So they've been struggling a little bit those last 5 games. So maybe Thompson has a little bit better game than the normal here. They're going to be at home. If you're looking for somebody cheap, as you see, he's been half decent, 28, 29, 26. Should be a good spot for him. Going to get pretty big minutes, so I don't mind Thompson out there either. Not too high in Jordan. So, you got Thompson. You got Griffin, Love, obviously. Love LeBron James. And then you got Chris Paul and Irving. But like I said, with Irving, Paul, and Griffin and Love, just kind of got to pick who you want in that one and move on. All 4 of those guys are really good options. So, all right, moving on. We got Orlando and Memphis with 182 total in Orlando by 1. I know I keep coming back to that Houston Golden State game. We're going to get to it. But I'm trying to find you guys some cheap guys. And right away, Andrew Harrison, $3,900. Told you I didn't know if I wanted to touch him yesterday. I wanted to see who was going to get the majority of the minutes. And it was Harrison, 33.4 against Toronto. He's going to be in my lineups. If he's going to start again and get at least 30 minutes, I love him here. And he's a half-decent spot here against Orlando. On the flip side, if Peyton does play, I like Peyton. If you saw what Lowry did last night against Harrison, you should definitely pick point guards against Harrison. Harrison, not really a good defender. Some people are going to see, it's Memphis. Don't really want to target point guards against them. Well, that was with Mike Conley in there. Without him, they're a whole different team. So if Peyton gets to play, I love him. If he doesn't play, DJ Augustine also in play for me as well. And then you got Evan Fournier, Tony Allen. Not really high on those guys. Not really high on any of those small forwards. I don't mind some Serge Ibaka against Michael Green. And then Marc Gasol, don't mind him against Nikola Vukovic. But for the most part, out of this whole game, I'm just going to go Andrew Harrison maybe. And that's mostly it. Don't really care for anyone else in this one. Should be a slow game. As you see, not really a high total, only a 182, which is, I think, one of the lowest I've seen all year. So, they're not expecting this one to be anything. Maybe 92 to 90 or something. But for the most part, just want to move on from this one. All right, next game we have is Miami and Utah, 189 total, and Utah by 10. It's kind of surprising, to see a spread by 10 against Miami. Not the same team as they were last year and the years past, obviously. You got Dragic, you got Hill. Dragic sitting in a pretty good spot here against George Hill. Not really like Hill against a pretty good defender in Dragic. Don't know what's going on here at all. Don't really want to be attacking all that with all those injuries. I don't mind Hayward. Don't really want to pay up for him, though, in this situation. Maybe some James Johnson. Price went up a little bit. Not really high on those power forwards. And then centers, I love me some Whiteside. I don't mind some Rudy either. His price went up a little bit. Rudy, as I said, one of those guys, pretty consistent player, but not many people pick him. 41 and 36 in the last 2. So consistent player. Whiteside, pretty good defender for the most part. But, I don't mind Rudy if you want to go that way. But, I love me some Whiteside as well. So another one of those games I'm not really going to want to target too much. Maybe some Dragic. But Josh Richardson's out as well. Might have to put in some Tyler Johnson. But, with all those guys out, maybe some James Johnson in there. But Utah pretty good against small forwards. So another one of those games. There's like maybe 3 games in this slate that I'm targeting, and the other 3 are just gone. So, that mostly does it from that one. All right, moving on to the game I keep talking about, Houston and Golden State. We've got a 229 total in Golden State by 10. I honestly don't think that spread should be at 10. I do not. I think Houston is going to put up a huge fight in this one. I think it's going to be about a 4 or 5 point game. It's just going to be a good one. Just stack up on this one. Everyone else is going to, I'd obviously do it as well. You got Curry, don't mind Beverly, Harden, Klay Thompson, just almost everybody from this game. Kevin Durant, Trevor Ariza. I know he's cheap and all, but I want exposure to this game. and he can get you 35 easy. Going to be a good matchup for him. As we know, Golden State not the best defensive team at all. Golden State is ranked first in points scored. Rockets are ranked fourth in points scored, and both of these teams love to shoot that three ball. Rockets are first in three-point attempts made, and then Golden State is third. So this is going to be a very good game. And Reza likes shooting those three-pointers. So, yeah, I just love everybody in this game. Don't mind some Draymond. Ryan Anderson maybe a half-decent GPP, but don't think they're going to need him too much. And then I love Clint Capella in this one. As I said, there's going to be a whole bunch of shots put up in this one. He's going to get double-digit rebounds easily. And he's a young guy. He gets up and down that court. He's going to play, relatively big minutes as normal. Had a down game against Utah, but, it's Utah, slower-paced game. I love Capella. I just might stack 4, 5, 6 guys from this one. Like I said, everybody else should as well. Just love this game a lot. Alrighty, try and make a lineup for you. All right, so I'm going to go, as normal, Steph Curry. I'm going to go Harrison because I said, I like him quite a bit. And then shooting guards, Harden. Oh, man, I don't know if I can get Clay. Let's go Kilpatrick here. Let's try and get Clay. He's not too much more. All right, I need a cheap small forward. Let's try and go KD and Ariza. Oh man, that definitely kills your points there, doesn't it? All right, well, I'm gonna have to find a different way to get all these guys in here, but that's I'm going to redo the lineup, but that's obviously who I want: Curry, Harden, Thompson, and Durant. My lineup tomorrow is for today. It's just going to be a crazy lineup, I'll tell you that. I'll probably have like 3 or 4 guys at like 4,000 or lower, then the rest of them are just going to stack up. So, all right, so we're going to change it out. We're going to do a cash game for you. So we're going to go Curry again. We're going to go Harrison. I like both of those guys in GPP and in cash. And shooting guard. We're going to go – is there any cheap shooting guards I care for? Man, not really. All right, so for this one, yes, Harden, yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Love both of those guys, but for this one, I'm going to go these two. I need to save some money. We're going to go KD. We're going to go Ariza. We're going to go – Capella, and then you got, let's see. All right, none of those guys I really like. So can we go Draymond? All right, we're going to do that for now. As normal, that's just a rough draft lineup. If you are interested in premium, definitely hit us up. Anyway, I like Curry. I love Harrison. Love me some Klay Thompson. Obviously going to have Harden or Giannis in there. I like Kevin Durant. Obviously, Ariza, he's going to be part of this. He's cheap, but look, exposure to that game, you got to have it. Draymond should have a very good night. Ryan Anderson can't play D at all. Trevor Booker, really good matchup against Milwaukee, and then Clint Capella as well. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to probably have a really risky GPP lineup tomorrow, but I'm going to stack at least 5 or 6 from that game. And, yeah, so – alrighty, guys, I think that does it. If you guys are interested in premium lineups, definitely let Anthony and I know. And since a lot of you guys have been asking for it, we haven't been doing it, but since it's in high demand, we are going to start doing DraftKings lineups as well for you guys. For DraftKings, you're going to get 2 lineups per day instead of 4 for Fanduel. But DraftKings, it's only going to be $25 a month. You get 1 GPP and 1 cash game. So if you guys are interested in DraftKings, let us know. We are going to start doing those. So, with that being said, I hope all you guys enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it. As normal, if you guys need any help or anything like that, feel free to message us on our email. Alrighty, guys. Hope everyone has a good Thursday, and we'll see you guys Friday.